Dear listener, ClockTower is intended for mature audiences and might be inappropriate or possibly triggering to some. Many of the themes and events in ClockTower are inspired by weird fiction as well as similar concepts, which means the show can get dark.
If that isn't something you enjoy, please listen at your own discretion. We here at the ClockTower care about you, so please put your mental health first. Our show will be here when you're ready.
Welcome to another episode of ClockTower, a D&D 5e experience. For those of you familiar with 5th edition, keep in mind, all of our players are playing a custom class called the ClockTower Agent. We also play with a lot of house rules in our games that we as a group collectively enjoy. We explain these rules as they come up, so if you're just joining us, you may need to listen to previous episodes to clear up any confusion. Hey, it's been a while. Thanks for waiting. We here at ClockTower have been lucky enough to get some new equipment that allows us to record and maintain social distancing. We're so excited to be able to bring you new content. So, with that said, welcome to the ClockTower. We see dawning horror on the faces of every security officer on the other side of the thick glass as Jaeger whips his rifle around and takes aim at the assailant. The assailant stares back in shock as he too tries to line up a shot with his own weapon as quickly as he can, while the station security guards try to forcibly open the door they just locked as quickly as they can. All right, so the initiative order is Jaeger, Reagan, the assailant, Sam, and finally, leading up the pack, Rock. Jaeger was lucky enough to roll a natural 20 on his initiative, which is another house rule that we have, where if you roll a natural 20 or a natural 1, when you roll initiative, you get advantage on your first roll of the combat, or disadvantage on the first roll of the combat, depending on if it's a 1 or a 20, respectively. And I do believe that brings us to you, Jaeger. What would you like to do as you level your gun and aim it at this man? And you seem, apparently, by the initiative order, to be a little bit quicker than him.
Yeah, I would like to take the time to, when I fire, I'd like to see if I could try to hit him in the hand and knock the gun from his hand.
All right.
Might not work out,
AC.
but why not? Let's see. With advantage, right?
Yep.
Nat 20.
Are you serious?
What? Yeah. Parker confirmed.
Oh my god!
Nice.
Is that a personal 20?
No.
Oh.
Well, I'd roll again.
Yeah,
You
sure.
have advantage.
Let's check and see. Oh, that's 7. Well, yeah, nat 20, then a nat 20. So, yeah. Not bad. Not
For
bad
those
at
that
all.
couldn't see, our DM just gave us the most puzzled face.
Yeah, I mean, well done. What a way to open this up. To make some decisions in my head. Anyway, roll damage twice.
3, 4. That's 7 plus 3. 10 points of damage.
Well, he's almost bloodied.
Drop the gun.
Your words ring out as Reagan, it is your turn.
Great.
And it looks like Jaeger's shot has just ripped through this dude's shoulder. Like he was about to aim his gun at you, and Jaeger was faster than he was and shot the shoulder that he had been aiming with. And so it kind of whipped him around and whipped his gun away from aiming at you guys as he's got like one hand over his shoulder, blood dripping to the ground in small droplets.
He's not like holding a hostage, is he?
Oh yeah, no, he's got several people on their knees in front of him.
Well, yeah, he's not like holding a hostage.
Not currently, no.
Cool. Great.
He had like the gun to the back of their heads.
Yeah.
And he would occasionally move it to the window or the blast shield. But he not currently. Right now he's holding his shoulder primarily because ow.
Yeah. I guess I'm also going to shoot at him.
All right.
Okay, yeah. No diplomacy this time.
What else am I gonna...
Oh no.
It's a 5.
You fire and your shot misses, but I do need you to make another roll because every time you guys miss with a projectile, trying to shoot him right now from where you're at, you have a chance of hitting the blast shield.
Oh! 18.
That's not good. You hit.
Oh.
I figured
That
it
was
was a
false hope.
success on my part.
That's false hope.
You did succeed at hitting it.
You
Oh, we're hitting
suck.
the AC of the blast shield.
Yeah.
Ah.
Damn it.
I mean, it is a wall.
It is not wrong. Oh no.
Kind of hard to miss it.
Fuck you.
Congratulations. You can hit the broadside of a barn, literally.
Roll damage. I highly recommend you don't do more than 10 damage.
Oh. Oh.
What? I don't know. I can't remember what things mean. Help.
Damage would be your charisma modifier plus a d6.
It should be in the middle section right there.
Actually, is it plus 1?
Charisma plus 2?
Yeah, so that.
6.
Clock Tower agents at level 1 have magic weapons.
We
have magic.
Please excuse us, audience, if this gets left in. It's been several months.
Yeah.
What was the total damage?
7.
7. Oh, Lord.
No more shooty, please.
Yeah! Okay!
So you fire, and he kind of ducks behind the row of people that he's got in front of him, and your shot slams into the blast shield just shy left of where he's been shooting it.
Oh no.
And you see, like, the dent that his weapon has been making, yours makes an equally big dent in the side of the blast shield, which weakens it even further. And it doesn't look like it's got much hanging on. It's now his turn. He says in a panicked, desperate voice, "I knew you would come. I knew it. I knew if I staged something like this, it would draw you to me. You'd come here, and it would work out. Everything would be fine. I just didn't expect you to be here so quickly." And he looks at you guys in a mad rush, and then looks at the blast shield, and then looks at you guys, and seems to make a choice in his mind. And his gun aims for the blast shield.
What did you roll?
Oh.
And his weapon fires at the blast shield, but it's not close enough to where it's been fired upon, and it doesn't seem to, it hits like sort of the frame of one of the blast shields and doesn't seem to weaken it any further. He missed. For his second attack,
Yep.
he missed by 1 point. I do believe that brings us to Sam.
Sam would like to dive for the nearest spirit cover and say, "What in the tower's name are y'all doing?" And is going to peek around the cover and throw an illusion of a charging person right in front of his face to try and startle him.
What's your save?
With an 11.
21.
That'll do it.
Yeah. The charging man like rushes towards him and he doesn't even look at it. He's like not at all phased. Rock, you're up, good buddy.
Rock is going to see the charging man fail and go, "A real human will do it." And he's going to charge up to the dude with his sword drawn from his back in a like backwards. He's going to up slash position and just charge at him. And if he gets to him, instead of up slashing, he's going to tackle him, get him to the floor.
In D&D, this would be you're taking your movement to get next to him, and then you're taking your action, rather than to attack, you're going to try and grapple him, which is you make opposed athletics or acrobatics checks versus, I believe, your strength. Is that how grapple works?
Either so for you it's athletics or it's like a strength check. For them they can either do acrobatics or athletics.
Okay,
To get away from
it.
Yes.
So he's going to roll athletics or acrobatics. He's going to roll acrobatics because it's got a +4.
I have proficiency in athletics. Our proficiency bonus at level 1 is just like a +1, I imagine, right?
+2.
+2.
Yeah.
Dope. All right, so I have a +2 to this roll.
And whatever your strength is,
Yeah,
right?
what-
0.
Ah, right.
+2.
That would make sense. Natural 20.
I got a 9. Oh no.
Yeah, he got a natural 20.
Oh no.
You charge at him,
Oh.
and he's going to grab you by the back of your shirt and spin around and try and throw you at that blast door. Roll a dex save for me.
Yeah, I saw this coming. You know, for how beefy Rock is, he has a habit of being the first one to get hit. Dex save with my it's a -1. Yeah, 9.
I'm using a clock tower die.
Okay.
Add 3 out of that, so 12.
Cool. He does throw you at the blast door, but not enough to do any significant damage. Thanks to Jaeger's clock tower dice, so...
Here, does it hurt me at least?
Well, it doesn't actually... It hurts your pride.
Ow.
Yeah. Top of the round, Jaeger.
Yeah. Well, I saw that this guy's... He's pretty good.
He looks like he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Primarily, he took a bullet really well, and then ever since then, he is completely disregarded Sam's illusions, took Rock charging at him head on. He is operating like a well-oiled machine.
I'm going to dash sort of around him in like sort of a curve to try to get the blast shield from in front of my shots.
Okay.
And then as I'm running, I'm just going to pull back the lever and then fire again.
Okay. Smart. That way, if you don't miss, you don't have to hit the blast shield.
That's going to be a 14 to hit.
All right. That hits.
Hits. Oh. 9 points damage.
That again hits him center mass. It looks like he felt that.
Drop it or I end you. You won't survive.
Reagan, your turn. Dude just like spun Rock around by grabbing him by the shirt and threw him into the blast door just as Jaeger had time to like reload his gun and fire another shot, which hits the dude like square in the stomach somewhere, and he like staggers back just like super messed up. He does not look like he's doing well.
I'm going to run, not right next to Jaeger, but far enough away that I like am covering some space, but away from the blast shield.
Right.
I'm gonna reload my gun and ask how he knows we were going to be there. How do you know we were going to be here?
And you're aiming at him right now,
Yes.
right? Okay. He's going to reply on his turn, but what we'll do for this conversation is that you can hold your action for whenever this conversation stops. You would like to fire if he makes any move that is not dropping his weapon.
Yes.
Cool. Excellent.
That.
He looks at you and with like he's like almost not there, right? Like he's so panicked and like his view is going everywhere from like the door of the where you guys had come in, that from beyond the glass you can see it looks like there are security guards trying to get it open right now. At the same time, other security guards seem to be holding them back, like we can't do anything, we're just gonna make it worse. And like there's hostages in the middle of a firefight right now in seconds, and making eye contact with you is the first time that his eyes stop looking around wildly. And for a moment, roll a perception check.
I got a 2.
There's something behind his eyes. There's something that you don't know, and you can't figure out what it is. And you're pretty sure that this moment is going to eat you in your memory for a long time, because as he looks you in the eyes, the next thing you see is him wrenching his arm up in pain to try and fire at you.
I'd like to fire. I'd like to shoot him.
Roll to hit AC.
9.
I'll add a clock tower dice to that.
Okay.
It's a D4. 2. That's a 11. I don't know if that helps in any way.
I'll have my last clock tower dice to it.
Okay.
1. So that's 13, I believe.
12.
12, damn.
Is anybody else adding any other clock tower dices to that?
Can one person use multiple clock tower dice?
Not per turn, I don't believe. No.
Not
But I
per
will
turn.
add mine. I'll add one of mine.
How many clock tower dice do we get?
Up to your charisma.
That's
It's
4.
up to your
That becomes a
intelligence
16 for
modifier.
you.
Oh, that's a
16?
16 for you. Because Cal got a 4.
Yep.
Well, if Sam hadn't added his clock tower dice, it would have been an escalation. However, since he did, you hit. Roll damage.
Teamwork.
5.
5.
Yeah.
He all but falls backwards. The shot hits him again, kind of center mass, and he's alive by will alone, but given 10, 20 minutes, he's probably going to bleed out on his own. He was dead on Jaeger's second shot. He's just fighting for whatever life he has left. The way he looks now is like an animal backed into the corner of a cage, rather than the monster that you fought. The feeling of fighting this man is so much different than the abomination that you guys put an end to. And it's his turn as he looks at the two of you, and he opens his mouth to say something for a second, and almost to his surprise as well as yours, the first words out of his mouth are just a cough as blood pours out of it, and he tries to spit but can't really stop spitting the blood, and tries to say something, but his words are so gargled that it's hard to hear anything that he's saying. Roll a perception check, everyone.
That's gonna be a 1.
18 for Rock.
6.
15.
I mean, this almost makes more sense, right? Because Jaeger and Reagan, you guys are right next to this. You guys are the ones who really caused this to happen to him. You are more stunned by, honestly, by the fact that he's still standing. It's just shell-shocked in your ears watching it, from the gunfire to him staggering. However, Rock and Sam, the words you guys do make out is in broken, coughing, slurred speech. I know what you are. And with a hand that is shaking uncontrollably, he aims, wavering between Reagan and the blast shield, back and forth. And he aims at the blast shield. And again, his shot misses. This time he hit. There's no sound as the blast shield erupts. There is just an all-encompassing pull, a tug at all of you, and an unbelievable cold. And everything goes black. And then you feel it, as you have several times before. A feeling like being swept under a crushing wave. And then with a start and a gasp, you wake up again. In the clock tower. On the furniture. Sitting among the cushions, looking up at the impossibly tall ceiling. Well, there isn't really a ceiling. And just feeling the emptiness of this room again.
It was too cold.
Rock immediately stands up and goes to, because I'm assuming the mirror still has.
The mirror is now reflecting all of you, which is almost adding insult to injury, because though you guys have just been through an ordeal, again, you look completely clean, everything as it was before. However, the coffee table in front of you has an engineer's tablet on it. One that has a mission code for the main deck.
Okay.
Rock stands up, grabs the engineer tablet, looks at the rest of the group, goes, "What are you waiting for?"
Okay.
Did y'all have to shoot him?
He,
You didn't hear a word of his mouth. He knew who we were.
he recognized us. Yes, exactly.
We could have talked to him.
He's not. He was. Did you see him? He was insane.
Look, I don't really care what he has to say. He threw me with a broken shoulder. I'm killing him.
Wait, is that an insult for some reason?
He threw me like I was nothing. I'm going to kill this man.
I think you're the type. All right. If we're doing this, we're doing this.
Let's just go.
Okay.
Fine.
Okay. Let's go.
Can we at least try to hear him out? I don't know about all of y'all, but taking a laugh means something where I come from.
I was taught my pride means more. And that hurt more than any gunshot or stab wound I've ever had.
Okay.
Did it hurt more than getting eaten?
Yeah. Because at least that was quick.
Just know that you'll be... Well... Just know that you're not the only person in the room that time.
We'll deal with it when it comes.
I'll do what I can to help those people, but... Just watch the collateral.
If you need to make them look away, I get it, but I'm not letting this go. We came here to do a job. I'm gonna get that job done.
I think he's more worried about the fact of if we mess this up, innocent people will die.
Sam's just gonna walk over and just kind of head low, touch the mirror.
Well, usually the MO is that you have to touch the clock face first and then the mirror.
Right.
But to reset the mission, yeah.
Yeah.
And I will remind all of you that at any point you can jump back to any point in the mission for our sake as well as our listeners' sake. Rather than going through everything all over again, you can just say, we'd like to go back to the point at which we were just about to confront him. Or even still, you could say, we'd like to go back to the point where Jaeger shoots him. It's up to you guys. As long as you don't change anything, you can say that you go up to any point. Any path that you've walked, you can just say that we do everything exactly the same and we're going to end up in the same spot.
So the question here is, where do we actually come in?
I will say, just out of character, for Rock, he would want to go back to where you shot him because that's already got him wounded.
You can go back to the battle where you had a 20.
Oh, shit. Nice. Yeah, okay.
But I understand if other people in the party really want to try to talk to him.
I think talking to him wounded is
Just the same.
the same as long as we don't get to the point where he can't talk to us back.
But we still have the same initiative order.
Yes.
All right.
It would be taking things from the top of the order. Everything would have happened exactly as it was, as much as we can remember it. And I believe if you guys are talking about the same spot that I'm talking about, it would be right after Jaeger shoots him and does 10 damage to him in one shot.
I'm fine with that.
I'm fine with that as well. And I will let y'all know Rock is going to try and kill this man.
So we're jumping to that point then, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. You guys doing everything the same, walk through,
So, all right.
Let's go.
Got everything?
talk to Simmons. Who are you? Go up and talk to the commander of the guard.
This is what you have to do.
And when you finally get there, Jaeger maybe even doesn't hesitate as much. He pulls his gun out and fires.
Drop the gun.
Reagan, it's your turn.
I'm going to automatically run around to where I can't hit the blast shield this time.
Excellent.
Nice.
Point my gun at him and say, "How do you know who we are?"
His face scrunches up in confusion for a second, almost as if he's offended to be asked the question. And then, as rage sets into his eyes, he whips his gun around and aims at you, Reagan. Not the blast shield, just at you, with no hesitation.
Great.
And he would fire at you, but it's your turn, so. But that's his reaction to your question.
Yeah. So it's my turn first. I guess I shoot him.
Roll the hit.
Great. 6.
All right. Your shot misses. However,
Yeah.
there isn't any. Well, I mean, there's other bits of the space station. You probably had a computer console or something.
Yeah, but whatever.
But not the blast shield.
Yeah.
As your shot goes wide. And he looks like he was kind of ready for the shot when you were like, "How do you know who we are?" And he kind of ducks around your shot and then just both shots. 22 to AC. And a 21 to AC.
Both hit. Surprise.
At least it wasn't me this time.
That would be 12 damage.
That's, yeah, I have 8 hit points. So.
Yeah. So, Jaeger, or I keep doing that.
Jaeger.
Reagan gets shot in the chest and falls backwards, holding his chest and bleeding on the ground. Definitely really messed up. You're currently at 0. With it, if and when it gets around to your turn again, you'll be making death saving throws. And we're playing standard death saves here, right? 3?
Yeah, I believe so, yes.
Yeah. So, 3 death saves failing, you die. 3 successful death saves, you stabilize. If you, at any point, are able to gain 1 HP, you pop back up. And if you roll a 20, you automatically gain a single point of HP and pop back up. So, hope for them 20s on them death saves. That puts us at Sam's turn. Dude just blasted Reagan away.
Sam, instead of diving for cover like he did the first time, is gonna like step towards it, stop, look towards the hostage, kind of bend down a bit, and then throw a message to one of them and says, "All right, I don't know if we have enough time for this, but we're distracting him as much as we can. You just gotta make a break for it towards the door."
Oh. All right.
This could go very wrong.
This could go very wrong. I think it
You hear confused stammering as the reply to the message, confused and frightened, like, what, what's going, who are you in my head? Like, what's going on?
Oh, yeah.
Sci-fi world, not magic.
Very confused. That was your action. Do you take any movement?
Yes. I'm going to kind of move and get into cover, try and hide from last as possible, and then kind of stare and, well, horror. Reagan's dead.
But effectively to you guys, Reagan looks dead.
Reagan's dead.
Yeah. Rock.
Rock, seeing the man who hurt his pride and then shot his friend dead, is going to run up, unsheath his big pizza cutter, do a sideswipe while yelling, "You'll remember me!" And he's gonna slice right into him.
All right, roll to hit.
18.
That hits. Roll damage.
Oh, man. You know how nice it is to finally hit something?
I think it's the first time for you this
It's
campaign.
really the first time in this
He's
campaign I've hit
never
something.
hit something
This is
before.
the first time it matters. Plus what?
Would be plus your charisma modifier.
Yep.
7.
Very good. You definitely hit him.
Oh, dope!
He's able to keep himself from getting cut in half, but only by catching the blade with his offhand. The force of your strike causes him to both stagger back, and it leaves a deep gash in both his side and the hand he's now using to try and apply pressure to that wound. Jaeger, it's your turn.
Okay. I also run so I don't hit the blast shield while I'm firing. I would then like to. Yeah, that shoulder's looking weak. I'm gonna keep just laying shots right to that arm.
Let's go.
Let's go. Not bad. 13 to hit. I think that might miss. So I'm gonna burn a clock tower die.
All right. Godspeed.
15.
Would have escalated, but you hit.
Okay. Okay.
Worthwhile clock tower dice, in my opinion.
Solid clock tower dice. All right. Yeah. So, cool. That's gonna be 6 points of damage.
Yeah, he's not looking great. He's looking significantly messed up.
Drop the gun, and we let you live.
Reagan, first death save.
Failed.
All right. It's his turn. He is going to look at you, and with his, again, I mean, it's almost like it was last time. He's shaking from how much pain he's going in, and this might be pure adrenaline that he's willpower alone that he's managing to soldier on. He aims his gun at you. Actually, I don't know, man. This is Yeah, you were the first person who shot him, and you're the person with the gun. Not an easy choice, but he's gonna like aim at you and try and take a shot. So
I thought so.
do 21 to AC
Hits.
and a 7 to AC.
Misses.
Yeah,
As long as he rolls less than 8.
6 points of damage.
Less than 8.
Shoot you probably in like your lower side, and it hurts a lot.
Is that what I've been doing to people?
I believe this is the first time you've taken like significant damage in this campaign.
No, Ron killed me.
Oh, right. Ron killed all of
That
them.
would
That's
hurt
right.
more.
I forgot about Ron.
That would hurt emotionally though. This hurts
Ron.
physically a lot.
Not Ron.
All right. That puts it to Sam.
Sam kind of hunkered down. Is gonna see again Reagan's prone body and kind of like look to the person, see you focused on him, look at the hostages, look at Reagan, kind of like tense, and put his fear to the side and sprint over to Reagan and try and stabilize him.
All right. Roll a medicine check.
Oh, I hope I know what I'm doing. That's an 8.
Total?
Yeah, plus 0 to medicine.
Oof. You try to do anything you can, and
Come on, Reagan. Come on.
Reagan doesn't seem to be getting any better, and when you like pull your hands away, all you can see is the red. Your turn, Rock.
So I slashed him both hands like this.
Yeah.
I'm going to take the blade and then stick it back into his back.
Ooh.
And then I'm just gonna hit, and then if I hit him, I'll say something.
All right. Way to hold your one-liners.
I've learned from the best. Nat 20.
Hey!
Confirm it.
Oh my God.
Should I confirm?
Roll double damage.
3, 5, 8. And I'll use my clock tower die.
Can't add clock tower dice to damage.
Never mind.
You can add clock tower dice to make somebody's hit miss. You can add something to make your hit, or any sort of skill check. You can add a clock
I'll take
tower
that
dice.
8 damage.
How do you want to do this?
Yeah.
He's got to go.
I'm going to pull the blade, stab him in the back, and with one hand, I'm going to look back as I stab him, as I'm sure he arcs in pain, and I'm going to just whisper in his ear, "You hurt my pride. Now you don't get to feel anything." I'm going to twist the blade and pull it out.
And we see as like Rock's enormous blade goes through him, his eyes go wide, and as you're whispering to him, whatever it is that Reagan saw in his eyes previously is there now for a moment, and then he doesn't see anything. He doesn't do anything. All he does is drop his weapon with a clatter on the ground. The metal hitting the metal floor of the space station and shining with its strange carvings, looking so familiar to all of you.
Can I immediately do something as soon as I pull the blade out?
Yeah.
And I see the weapon clatter to the floor. Because in Rock's mind, I killed the dude, the dead is washed, whatever. These security guards are going to want to question us on what the fuck just happened. Mm-hmm. We came here for that, supposedly. Who knows?
That's about all you've been told, if anything.
I go to grab it.
All right. He drops to his knees, and we see almost in slow motion as the guards breach the door with an explosive charge. And all of you see in horror as Sam is staring at his hands, and Reagan, everything is slowly starting to go black. And Jaeger, you just see Rock reaching down slowly, the main goal of you guys being here, as the assailant's knees hit the deck of the space station before he finally drops, and Rock picks up the gun, and then you feel it, like every time before, like a crushing wave, and you wake up in the clock tower. The pain is gone. Any damage, wear, tear, anything is gone. You're completely clean. On the shelf to the right of you, next to a charcoal sort of haphazard sketch of the alligator centipede-like creature that you all destroyed, is on a small stand that man's gun.
Okay.
Looks like that did it.
Okay, we did it.
Sam is just staring down at his hands.
That didn't feel as good as killing a monster. It was fine. We did what we were supposed to do. We did our job.
I'm sorry I couldn't have been more help, but I'm glad I didn't have to be there.
You got shot. No one's gonna blame you for that.
Yeah.
I thought we were supposed to be the good guys.
Talking about, we literally killed a man that was threatening hostages.
And sometimes we're just guys.
We still did a good thing. We murdered a man that was harboring hostages.
We didn't even talk to him.
Didn't need to. Got the job done, saved some people, got a trophy for it.
He's right. We did what had to be done. It wasn't supposed to be. It's not supposed to be for glory. It's for a job, I think.
Are you okay, Reagan? I mean, we've done a lot.
We did our mission. But a soul is a soul.
I guess. Yeah. The soul is a soul.
We see all of you having this conversation. Behind you, the large hourglass with its strange glowing sand. And as we see that sand closer and closer, we see that they're worlds, galaxies, flowing through the eye of the hourglass, spreading to infinite places and infinite possibilities, more vast than anyone could possibly perceive. And in this wide, expansive multitude of universes, a soul's a soul. But what is a soul? Hey, Ellie again. Thank you for listening. As always, I'd like to thank our producer, Who's, at who's.music. I would also like to thank our sponsor, Alpha Lupine Images, for donating the equipment to help us make more content with better quality. I'd also like to thank Darby, Cal, Parker, and Trent for their great performances this week. Our surprise didn't quite make it through production. Instead, we were given the opportunity to resume our normal show. Thank you for taking the time to come on this journey with us. We appreciate you more than you could ever know. We hope that you are safe and well wherever you are, and that our adventure can at the very least entertain you. Well, that's about it for now. Time's ticking. See you in the clock tower.